Nothing good here. Alright, Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate.
Here we go.
That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing.
Organs.
We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is it common that you do this kind of stuff, Garrus?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs.
Yeah.
Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
You can buy a full set.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
Yes. Okay, what about the doctor?
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing?
You mean threatening?
Uh-huh.
Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh.
How is he still alive?
That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
Hope so.
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
That's a tough one. That's one of those. Well, which one do you? I mean, you can't kill the hostages, but they could have been saved. Even though Garrus says that they couldn't have been. How do you know? They could have saved them, take them into their doctors, had those clones, parts removed and put them back to normal. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
It's a very tough choice.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
You got it. You don't have anything else, do you?
Commander.
Nope.
Good to see you.
All the lockers.
Commander?
Ashley. Oh. How are we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
A little spooky how you handle that young guy. Didn't figure you'd know how to speak corporate.
Hey now. I don't.
I was making it up as I went along. Every day this mission teaches me new skills.
Remind me never to play poker with you.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
And he's all mine.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden,
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise.
6-month
She has a
cruise.
degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Ha.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
But boys, no control. Vid mails?
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Something changed?
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, 'cause he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like
Small
it.
towns
She's
and all.
Kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
What about you?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
So what happened with Mike? Well, that's dedicated of you.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying.
Oh.
And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
You read poetry.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
Aw. Yeah, sure he is.
He's not a zombie, is he?
Ah!
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Of course not.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? Well, I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
A little spooky how you handle that John guy.
Yeah, we've already talked about that.
Didn't figure you'd know how to speak corporate.
I was making
sorry,
it up as
we
I
went
went
through that.
along.
Oops.
Remind me
Dismissed, Chief.
I went a little too
Ma'am?
fast there.
Commander? I should get back to my duty, Skipper. Rifles don't maintain...
Okay, never
I
mind.
wouldn't mind talking more later. Ma'am?
Okay, so we got everything from Ashley. Rex?
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight, Turians Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard?
Rex crying.
I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
Really?
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father.
Your grandfather.
I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Well, I'll look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
You got it.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay, so we have the 2 side missions, one for Rex, one for Garrus. I don't think Tally will have anything new. I think she's done for the rest of the game, actually. I don't think she ever comes up with anything new.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, maybe not. Glad you're feeling better?
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Like what? Or don't worry, you will.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
It has to work.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands.
That's a lot.
And I'm his only child.
You're royalty?
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
Treatment?
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
Well, what if we save the galaxy?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So the answer is?
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Your father.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down.
Oh,
I think
jeez.
my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Were you close to your dad?
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy.
It's so sad.
People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Okay, and then I think we already talked about everything else. So, we're good.
I should go.
So, she has a mission, we just
See you later.
haven't... She's just not ready to give it up yet, basically. Okay. But we do have a Rex and Garrus mission. Could go do Garrus's mission. That would be an idea. So we talked to everybody. Got everybody's backstories. Alright. Let's see. Garrus. Herschel system. Kepler Verge. Let's do that. Herschel system, Kepler.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel.
I'm never gonna
Top
remember it
priority
now.
clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Always something. Always something! So who's gonna talk to me now?
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Really?
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this.
Oh, of course.
Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Of course you will. Alright. Let's see, where were we headed again? Herschel system Kepler. Herschel Kepler. Herschel Kepler. Okay. Sure, we looked at Hercules. Kepler. Herschel Kepler. Where's Herschel Kepler? There's Kepler. Okay, there's Herschel. I guess we'll check out Newton while we're here. Might as well. There should be a planet that we can check out, land on, and kind of get some resources. So I might as well do that. I guess we're gonna go around and do some side missions. Boom.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Of course.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander.
Okay, Bishop.
Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
We found a connection between the scientists and you.
What?
They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on a cruise.
This can't have anything to do with what happened to me on a cruise.
Those Thresher Maws killed dozens of soldiers. If this was more than just an accident, we need to know. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. 5th Fleet out.
Of course. Nothing here. Survey says probably a gas planet. Yep. It's got no surface to it. Okay, there's the planet we're gonna land on. Survey says Matrix writings. Cool. I don't think there's gonna be anything out here. Nope. Alright, let's land and see what we have on this planet. I mean, technically we don't really have a mission here, but... yeah. Let's take Liara. I mean, this is gonna be my main squad. It really is. Kaboom! And what do we have? A save. Map. Okay, we have an anomaly, debris, and then there's the underground facility. Okay. Let's go check it out. As always, if we run across a deposit, we'll stop, but we're not going to go out of our way looking for them, like the last playthrough, because we don't really need them for anything other than some XP. And they don't give a whole lot anyway. And this planet is really hilly. Oh boy. Oh, there's those bugs. Don't kill them. You'll get renegade. They're docile. What's up with this? Okay. Oh, there's a baby. Aw. There's a little. You got a baby over here, huh? Okay, okay. I'm going away from the baby. Got the corpse. Artifact recovered. Insignia, nice. And we have a Henry that just kind of plopped in here. Literally. It just plopped in here. Okay, we'll head over to the debris. And here comes his brother. Oh, no, don't squish the little guy. Oh, that lightning. Pretty cool. Boy, Death Valley. Puppies are so tired. They go outside and they lay out in the sun and, you know, get tired. So they have to come inside and lay down and sleep. Okay. There's the debris. Probably at the top of this hillside. Hillside mountain, whatever. Some enemies over there. Really? Let's see. I'm almost tempted to go back to the Citadel. Ooh. Ooh! Combat exoskeleton is nice. Energized plating. Simply to see if we can get another colossal armor for Yara. That would be nice. Haha. Everybody hates snipers. Go away. Dang snipers. Disintegrated. Whoa! You went flying. What is what are the big red dots? I'm confused. No, they're not on there. Oh, there's a deposit. I don't know where I'm getting shot from. Down there. Are you serious? can't aim that far down. Ha! You run him over? Apparently not. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if we can or not. I want to make sure that we get everybody before we even get out, just in case. Hi, that must have looked really bad with the Mako coming right at you. I'm gonna run over and get this deposit first before we get out and check this out. Because it should be right over this first little bump here. Hillside, whatever. Yep. Copper, maybe? Kind of what it looks like. Ah. Wrong button. No, palladium? Well, something palladium. Okay, now we can check this out. This was not on the map. Oh yeah, it was. Underground facility. Okay. Sure. Up, up, and away! The only thing that we don't have with this squad, which I'm worried about, is not having dampening. Drop a save real quick. I suppose we can always kind of, well, if we know we're going to be taking on some Asaris or biotics, we can always take Tally with us. Stuff to sell, really. Cryo explosives. Ooh. Didn't it say cryo explosives? Sure it did. It was a level 10. It's weird. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, okay, you guys can do that, sure. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh, it's Krogan's. Okay. Yeah, that Krogan needs to go down fast. Well, why? She's something else. Okay, well, the Krogan is down, which is what I was worried about, and I think she's dead. She is. Let's get her up.
I thought I was in trouble for a moment.
There's a lot of enemies here. Holy cow. Oh, come on. Okay, that should work out good. Nope. Wow. They're so strong. It's ridiculous. Okay. Well, put your barrier up then, because I gotta do the same. Wow. There's another Krogan back there. You use, I can't quite target him. Who's firing over here? Okay, can you use your singularity on the Krogan? And then you use warp. Everybody on him. Alright. Okay, so far, almost down, get him. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Whee! Okay. That's another Krogan. Is she dead? She is dead again. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll go with him first. Use singularity on him. And we'll warp him as well. Oh, where'd he go? Ah. Can you warp him as well? I'm gonna try and lift him up. Okay, I think he's dead. No, he's not. Okay, now he's dead. That Krogan healed himself again, didn't he? Bless America. Where did he go? Okay. Oh, that's a sniper. That'll work. Good job, Rex. Wee-ha! Okay. Holy cow, that was... The fights are definitely more intense. Definitely more intense. Not complaining, but more intense. Especially when you have... Oops. Forgot to press this button. Especially when you have a mosquito that refuses to leave. Although, it can't be that same mosquito all the time. It's gotta be coming in from the puppies. Gotta be. Okay, take that. Middle kit, and I think that's gonna be it. Yep. Alright, we're gonna drop save, because we had a little battle. And boy, are the enemies getting tough. Well, getting tough. They are tough. So, what's happening here?
Stay back!
What?
I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God. Shepard, is that you?
But you died.
Toombs? But you were on a cruise. I saw the Thresher Maw pull you under.
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this! This man is delusional!
See, they were running tests on the Thresher Maws. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
Toombs, I didn't see anybody. If I'd seen you, I would have come back for you, I swear.
You can't believe Toombs! He doesn't have any proof! I demand a fair trial!
Shepard was at Aku's. That's all the proof she needs.
Ah.
This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
Let me do it.
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
I couldn't help then.
Toombs, if I could have helped you on Aku's, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Tomb stares morosely at the floor. Lost in his memories, you give the scientist a shove towards the door. Your mission is complete. The Alliance courts will take it from here. Well, I didn't get to loot anything. That kind of sucks. Okay. They get kicked out of here. Kind of want to go back in there and see if there's anything in that room, but yeah. Okay, so we did it. Even though there's still an exclamation point here, we did do it. So back to the whoops. Back to the Normandy. Wrong button. Yeah.